Steven Rogers' sports drama series Mike on Hulu is based on the real-life experiences of boxing champion Mike Tyson. The first two episodes of the show, titled Thief and Monster, detail his turbulent upbringing and formative years. After being imprisoned for theft, Mike meets prominent boxer Bobby Stewart, who introduces him to legendary manager-trainer Cus D'Amato. After witnessing Mike's abilities for the first time, Cus hopes to make him the next heavyweight world champion. Despite any familial encouragement, Mike begins to have bigger dreams. Here is all the information you need to know about the devastating development that Mike experiences at the end of the second episode of the show. Before I start, please subscribe to my channel Gulia Brothers and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Major spoilers ahead if you have not watched the first two episodes yet. In the first scene of Thief, Mike is being bullied by other kids in his Brooklyn neighborhood. He continues to hang out with a gang despite the beatings he receives solely for the purpose of feeding birds. When one of the kids kills a pigeon, Mike spanks him, letting the other kids know that he isn't just a helpless child. Mike and his brothers are further impacted by the strained relationship that his mother Lorna May and her partner have. Mike's peers include him in thefts and shoplifting after he shows power. Soon after, he is arrested and taken to jail, where he meets up with a number of his buddies. Mike develops a reputation for being the best fighter in the prison. He learns about the boxers being trained in the prison by Bobby Stewart, a counselor, from his fellow prisoners. He challenges one of Bobby's followers to a battle, but the disciple defeats him. Mike is aware that he needs to put in the necessary training to sharpen his boxing abilities. In little time at all, he persuades Bobby to train him, and his boss is impressed. Bobby introduces Mike to legendary trainer Cus D'Amato after recognizing his potential. Cus discovers that the young man in front of him is destined for stardom after seeing Mike. In the first scene of episode 2 titled Monster, Cus visits Mike's mother Lorna to get her approval before taking her son with him as his next apprentice. Despite having doubts about Cus's motivations, Lorna nonetheless signs the papers requesting approval. Mike is trained by Cus, who also accompanies him to the National Junior Olympics, where he goes on to win a gold medal. Mike proudly shows off his accomplishment to his mother, who doesn't show her son enough support for what he is accomplishing. When Lorna dies, Mike is deeply impacted. Cus considers adopting him to make it apparent that he is a member of his family. When Mike reaches adulthood, Cus begins to think about his professional career. The boxer and his trainer stand out among the other boxers. Cus is watching Mike as he begins to defeat anyone who challenges him in the ring. But one day, he fails to spot his coach standing at the ringside. Mike travels to a hospital in Manhattan only to discover that his trainer has been admitted. In actuality, Cus's last few days were marked by serious illness. According to Tyson's book Undisputed Truth, which he co-wrote with Larry Sloman, Cus used to say to Tyson in real life, "I might not be around, so you've got to listen to me." Cus was taken to Mount Sinai Hospital in Manhattan in 1985, where he passed away from pneumonia. The dying trainer was unable to take Mike's declaration that he did not want to be a boxer without him. According to Mike's book, Cus said to him, "Well, if you don't fight, you'll learn that people can come back from the dead because I'm going to haunt you for the rest of your life. Mike, you need to be seen by everyone. You're going to be the best in the world, the champion," Cus remarked to him. Cus wanted Mike to do something for him before he died. Cus advised Mike to make sure you take care of Camille. Finally, on November 4, 1985, Cus passed away. The heavyweight title is won by Mike. Following Cus's passing, Mike comes to the conclusion that he should defeat Trevor Berbick to uphold Cus's memory and legacy. Mike dominates his opponent by boxing one punch after another right from the start of the match. By the end of the first round, Mike has proven himself to be better than Berbick. After a fierce struggle, Mike prevails because Berbick is knocked to the ground and is unable to stand up despite his efforts. Mike wins the same for Cus even if he isn't at the ringside. In truth, Mike's victory over Berbick made him the youngest heavyweight champion in history. Berbick was a powerful man. I never imagined he would be as powerful as I am. Each punch I delivered was delivered with malice. My record will stand forever and never be surpassed. I wish I could live forever. I wouldn't give up." In the post-fight press conference, Mike commented, "I would have had to be taken out dead to lose the fight that helped launch my career.